Selamat siang semua. Oke, so untuk yang tidak tahu, nama saya Faye Simanjuntak, as you can see. I'm 15 years old, I'm a teenager, and I know a lot of people are wondering why I'm here as a speaker. It happens all the time. Setiap kali saya berbicara, orang selalu liatin aku dengan muka yang doubtful. They look at me and they're like, "Are you sure you got the right person? Salah ngebuk kali ya?" And a lot of times it's because, for no other reason, it's because I'm young. Because people think there's a kind of stereotype bahwa kita sebagai anak muda nggak bisa ngapa-ngapain atau nggak kita terlalu males apalagi main sama HP atau gadget kita. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not always false. But as a young person, I've experienced it firsthand. I can go to school and go back home and do homework, ada rutin gitu kan. Terus rutin itu nggak terlalu inklusif dengan service. Service is something you volunteer to do, and a lot of times sebagai anak-anak kita terlalu a bit too wrapped and revolved around ourselves, our school, our tests, and what we think about adalah ujian kita besok, PR kita. And a lot of times when we do service work, I hate to admit it, tapi itu karena kita harus dari sekolah disuruh, lu nanti hari Sabtu harus gini-gini biar bisa dapat kredit apa. And I'll admit it, I've done it too. But waktu saya pertama diundang untuk berbicara hari ini, salah satu poinnya adalah tantangan. Terus aku pikir tantangan apa? Like as a teenager, as a young child, like what kind of struggles am I supposed to talk about? And they said tantangan anak aktivis. And I was like, okay, but like I'm a kid, I'm still a kid. It's different, isn't it? And I realized that kebanyakan tantangan-tantangan saya sebagai aktivis bisa di-relate kepada banyak orang. You see, I'm a child activist. Saya adalah co-founder dari Rumah Faye, yaitu LSM yang didirikan tahun 2013 yang menolong anak-anak yang diperdagangkan masuk prostitusi, sex trafficking. And And a lot of times people ask me, why sex trafficking? Why child prostitution? Why not, anything else? Kenapa kamu sebagai anak waktu itu 13 tahun merasa moved untuk menolong this marginal group? Because honestly, none of us ever really hear about it. We know about it. I mean, ada perdagangan anak, child labor, sex trafficking. But come on, we've never actually seen it. A lot of us, the only time we hear about child prostitution atau sex trafficking atau perdagangan anak, child labor, itu waktu kita baca buku atau lihat dokumenter. But when it's done, that's it, it's over, it's a problem. It's just another problem in the many problems that the world has. What can we do about it? Terus, more than that, how does it affect us personally? It's not exactly my problem. Neither is it, I'm assuming, any of yours. But since I was a kid, my papa and my mama selalu ajarin saya untuk give back. Faye, they said, always be grateful, never take things for granted. And masuk tapi gak terlalu gitu. Jadi hari Sabtu Minggu kita dihabisi pergi ke panti, ke rumah susun, ngomong sama anak-anak, terus udah. Tapi kita balik lagi, because my mom and dad didn't believe in going to one place and never coming back. But honestly for me, saya nggak pernah ngambil inisiatif, nggak pernah proaktif. Kenapa? Because again, I never felt like it was my responsibility. I was in a bubble, if I can say. I was sympathetic, tapi nggak empathetic. I never put myself in their shoes. Until I started to realize, until I learned about child trafficking, about sex trafficking, child prostitution, I thought, that's a really, really big problem. Because you know what? 43.5% of the children who are trafficked into sex di bawah 14 tahun. That is younger than me. And I thought, okay, that's a huge thing, but it doesn't happen in Indonesia. Well, no. Indonesia adalah negara ketiga di seluruh Asia Tenggara yang paling banyak perdagangan anak. And I thought, okay, but like it doesn't happen in Jakarta, like I've never seen it, it's okay. But I started to realize bahwa anak-anak yang kita ketemu hari Sabtu Minggu ini itu, I would trade emails with them, right? I would say, hey, I'll email you nanti because I didn't have a phone or anything, you know. I'd email them and I'd say, gue lagi mau ke sana nih hari Sabtu, apa Sabtu besok gimana gitu. And they're like, oh iya nanti ketemuan. But then a lot of times, mereka nggak ada. And I was like, where is this girl? And they'd say, I don't know, she just left. She graduated. We can't provide her a home anymore. She went to find a job. And a lot of times I just realized that these jobs were not just waitressing jobs or jobs at a salon. It was jobs to sell their bodies for money because they had no other opportunities or jobs, and they were my age. And that's when I realized, itu in a way, kewajiban saya. Kenapa? Karena saya rasa bahwa, well, for those who don't know, I grew up in a military family. I grew up with an overt sense of nationalism, and I realized that these were technically my brothers and sisters, and I was just letting them sell their bodies because they had nothing else. And so, again, Oktober 2013, Rumah Faye didirikan. And the first time I went there, Rumah Faye didirikan, I was met with a lot of support, and I thought, wow, it's gonna be big. People are gonna support this. This is huge because fun fact, Rumah Faye adalah satu-satunya LSM full Indonesian, born in Indonesia with a staff full on Indonesian, yang menolong anak-anak yang diperdagangkan masuk sex trafficking with 3 different programs. We're the only Indonesian LSM. And we were started by a 13-year-old girl. But a couple months into that, we were doing a campaign with a restaurant. Terus saya lagi berbicara dengan salah satu staff, one of our team members, and I said, hey, what are you gonna do, etc., Rumah Faye. And someone overheard us. She was a mother, and she pulled me aside, and I've never met her in my life. Terus dia bilang, oh, kamu kerja ya? And I didn't know what to say because I guess you could count this as a job, but you know, like school was first. I just kind of nodded awkwardly because I didn't know mau apa gitu kan. And she said, well, that's child labor, isn't it? No, it's not. It's literally a completely different thing. You check the dictionary, it's not. But because I was so struck by the fact that she was trying to belittle me, she was saying, nggak bisa lu tahu emang lu ngapain? Perdagangan anak emang apa? Sex trafficking emang apa? What are you doing? You can't help. And I didn't understand. You know, because all I thought was, oh yeah, people are helping me, this is a big problem, and here was this woman just saying, hey, you can't do it. And I remember this because waktu I was like, okay, whatever, it's fine. Tapi saya pulang terus ke mama, terus aku bilang, Ma, kenapa? And that's one of the biggest challenges I had ever faced because as much as it was a small thing, call me naive, but the fact that there were people out there who were okay with this happening, who refused the help of a younger person just because they thought that it wouldn't work. We live in the era of social media, of technology, of phones, gadgets, iPads, laptops. And that's not a bad thing. In fact, it's so much more efficient untuk so many people. But a lot of times, it's also a bad thing, and I completely know where it's coming from. Tapi waktu Rumah Faye pertama mulai, kita nggak ada Facebook, nggak ada Instagram, nggak ada apa-apa. And we realized after my first TV interview, which we were so excited about, we realized that there were more people watching than we thought. Terus a lot of them lagi cariin fan page, social media, pengen tahu Rumah Faye itu apa. And akhirnya they found none, because we didn't realize the importance of it. Now kita ada satu fan page dan Instagram, and we realized how important that was. We were able to reach so many different people. And a lot of times, when I first mulai Rumah Faye, saya cuma kerja Sabtu Minggu. I went out and I just met little kids and I helped them, you know, because that was my job apparently. I didn't realize bahwa the job never really stopped. Ini bukan cuma tentang nolongin anak-anak yang sudah diperdagangkan, tapi tentang menghentikan cycle yang that has existed for ages. It's stopping that cycle. Ini bukan cuma tentang, nih pendidikan lu sana sekolah udah. Ini tentang mencegahkan cycle itu. Ini tentang memberikan anak-anak oportunitas, bukan cuma oportunitas pendidikan, tapi juga pekerjaan. And so I was trying to remind a whole other community than my own. I didn't realize bahwa ini juga penting untuk saya ngerti bahwa it happens in my own community too. A lot of my friends weren't aware of these. A lot of my friends made rape jokes. A lot of my friends thought this was funny. And I ignored it because, they're my friends, I think one of the core challenges I ever had to face was realizing that a lot of times it's not just orang yang saya ketemu di daerah-daerah yang gak ngerti perdagangan anak, tapi juga orang di komunitas dan masyarakat saya. And I think the core of what we as activists do is to make friends. And that sounds very simple, but it's to make friends, to build trust, to give loyalty, not because we want something from people, not because we want to give them opportunities that at the end of the day benefit ourselves, but it's about making a change. And how are we going to do that is by influencing other people, by making friends. And sebagai anak muda, again, as a teenager, itu adalah sesuatu yang ke aku sangat susah untuk mengerti bahwa ada perspektif beda. Akan ada tantangan-tantangan yang honestly it will make you struggle. There are friendships that are gonna have to go and there are new friendships that you have to forge ahead towards. But that's the core of what we as activists do. And honestly, memang sebagai aktivis hak anak itu adalah sesuatu yang susah menjadi aktivis. Tantangannya banyak sekali. But let me tell you, the rewards are crazy. Because, and this is something that I just found out this morning, salah satu anak-anak yang kita selamatkan, she got accepted to SMA jurusan astrofisika. And I can't believe it. You don't understand how proud I am because, you know what? We face challenges, but so do they. Crazier challenges. And look how far they can get. No matter what they want to do, no matter what they end up doing, it's our job. Not just our job, it's what we want to do, Untuk stay behind them, untuk help them, untuk be their friends. And it's not just about it's about reminding others to help. Paying it forward. Bukan cuman, oh iya terima kasih udah, I got something nice, that's it. It's paying it forward. Spreading love. And so that's what I want to end with today. To remind everyone, spread love.